You're already on Twitter, you're already writing great tweets, but maybe you're either finding a lot of tweets that you like, a lot of tweet formats you like, and you want to replicate them in your own words, with your own words, with your own experience, or you're looking for a way to create a lead magnet for your own business, or even make money from writing tweets for others. One way you can write tweets for others is if you have a service to literally write tweets each and every month or every week, but you can also sell Twitter formats or Twitter templates. I sell them at twittertemplates.com, and I want to share with you the one single formula inside that really unlocks everything. It's not the entire sheet, it's just this one simple formula that really unlocks how to substitute or replace words that you want to replace consistently. It's really, really cool, and I hope you enjoy this video. I just want to show you that the template that I created with this one simple formula has netted me $1,000. This is 100 Twitter templates. It is Twitter templates that I've found online that do really well, like formats of tweets. And I've replaced the words in them with code so that someone else can actually type in just a few words and generate 50 or 100 tweets at a time, depending on how many words you replace. It only takes one simple formula that's at the heart of this. There's a lot of cool stuff that I've added to the sheet. It's Twitter templates. You can find it at twittertemplates.com. Twittertemplates.com brings you here to this sheet where I sell Twitter templates and also someone else's free sheet that uses a very similar format, and 100 tweet starters that isn't replacing words, but it is for Twitter. So there's a lot of cool stuff, and I have a button in there that directly sends a tweet to Twitter from a Google Sheet in as a draft. So that's really cool. All right, but first, let's talk about what the simple formula is and what it does. It's a substitute. And what we're going to do is we're going to be able to create tweet formats, or Twitter formulas, Twitter formats, all kinds of stuff. So if you want to say like, I work in the SaaS industry and I make over 100,000 a year. Here's how I did it. So this is like a great hook. This is not a great hook. This is a hook. Okay, you can probably write one better. And this tutorial, this video is not about writing great hooks. It's about giving you this cool formula which helps you write better hooks, or more hooks, I guess. Or you write the hooks and then you can sell this template for $1,000. Not $1,000 a month. Let's kill that. Make $1,000. All right. What I want to do is, if I create a hook and I know, okay, a lot of other people can use this, what words in here do I want to replace with their settings? So the thing is, let's actually make this a little bit bigger. We're going to do equals substitute. Text to search is going to be B2, which is right up here. We can point that anywhere we want. We're going to search for SaaS industry, and we're going to replace it with, well, what are we going to replace it with? Whatever is in A2. There we go. Now I can replace this with, let's say, marketplaces, and it didn't do it because it has to be exactly the same spelling or the capitalization, right? So what's interesting about this is that this reads like a real sentence. Actually, I should probably change that to a capital S. If you're watching this, you're like, I work in the blah, 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 marketplaces, blah, 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 industry. And it doesn't even have the word industry in there. We want to do just SaaS. I work in the marketplaces industry, or pipelines, or country takeover industry. And now this is interesting because we can just write, I work in the SaaS industry, but maybe we want to like use a code here, like something like this. Like we want to do brackets, 2 brackets on either side, and put industry in all caps there. Now what do we do in the substitute is do exactly that. Do 2 opening brackets, 2 closing brackets, and all caps industry. Now we can read that format much easier. Let's put this over here. So let's make this text wrapping. There we go. So you can see that we can put the setting over here on the left. We can create a code for this industry. And so our user can put in anything they want to put in A2. It replaces it in B2 to get to C2, right? Well, this is really cool because we can then use the power of Google Sheets to use this A2 when someone enters one simple word. That can be used many, many times. Now, I'm rewriting this hook many times and getting many different formats out of it. So what's really cool about this is that you can have multiple uses of this all from one cell with this one simple formula. Now, if you're like, oh, I want to use more than one thing, right? Not just this one industry, this one word, you can actually wrap substitute in another substitute. So you can use the same exact formula again and again. And what's really cool too is that you can move this input to another page. So what we're going to do is we're going to do another page. We're going to call it settings. I'm going to move that here. We're going to do industry. We're going to say how many years have you worked? We'll say 10 years. What's your highest paid year? We'll do. So now I have a few items here. I don't want any other cells, so I'm actually going to use my own Google Sheet add-on here to make this a little bit easier. Tiny sheets, delete rows and columns outside. I don't want anything else. Over back here, we are going to see nothing changed, right? We have our industry, we have our setting, or rather the output here, but we want to do something else here actually. We need to do one more thing. We need to give it its code, right? Industry, years, let's call it paid. So now every time we use these, how do we do that, right? Well, in our formula here, we're just going to take this entire formula and put it inside of this B2 here. Now, here we can change this to years, but we don't want settings B1, we want settings B2. Same thing. We're going to copy over this B2 with the whole formula. So now we've put the formula inside itself 3 times. We're going to put right here in the paid, and we're going to use settings B3. Done. So now if I work in the blank industry and I make over, we can change this to paid. There we go. Now we are substituting more than one thing. That's pretty cool, right? We can even add I've worked in the blank industry for years, in all caps, year, and I make. Actually, we don't even know if it's like months or years. So let's change this to time. Now we don't have time here. We're going to write here 10 years. And instead of years, put time. And now go back, and it's not correct. Did I spell that wrong? We need B2. Oh, here we go. Oh, this is years. We need to change this over here. Done. So now we can use these words, right? Industry, time, the highest paid year. Use these bid words anytime we want in our hooks. So we can write 100 hooks here for the same sort of idea and then sell this sheet as a template, right? Isn't this cool? Now, if you really want to make this really easy for writing tweets, you can write in here, and I'll just tell you this, an intent URL. Twitter has an intent URL. You do not need to use the API in order for someone to take a tweet in a sheet and tweet it. And that's what the 100 Twitter templates and tweet starter templates that I sell, that's the coolest thing about it. It has a button that you can take this text right here, click it, and it opens a draft inside of a Twitter from your Google Sheet. You can also make these really nice if instead of thinking about it as like a simple sheet, think of it as like an app and create many different tabs and many different types of tweets like hooks or things. You might want to style them differently, not like this black and white. So you might even want to, let's insert a row below and insert a row above. And maybe we want to like tweet this. That's okay. But what if we want that to be a really cool button? I've created a Google Sheet extension or add-on called Button Styles. We can show that here, and it takes a 3x3 set of cells and creates a really cool button out of it. We actually want to do one more row there. And instead of just a button, a cell that says tweet this and a link, what you could do is take your 3x3. We have some custom or some presets as well. Create a little cool button out of this. Tweet this. So now this could be here, right? This could be a really cool button to say, hey, tweet this text out. And this, you can do Command K and you can write a Twitter intent URL right here. You can make this neon blue if you want to match, what is this? Match Twitter, that kind of thing, right? That's pretty cool, right? I hope you enjoy. Maybe you're trying to make more money from your Google Sheets. Maybe you have some worksheets, planners, checklists that you already use in your business and you're trying to sell them. Watch this video to find out how to make more money when you sell Google Sheets. And check over here for the latest video from Better Sheets. I'm Andrew, and I run BetterSheets.co. Hope you can enjoy more videos over here at Better Sheets.